I just was laying down in bed just now and just had this feeling that I need to make a YouTube video and just spew whatever I'm gonna spew and just talk to you guys about what I'm thinking about and what I'm tangling with. I don't really know where to start this. I haven't made too many of these, but this one thought or this one theory that I like that I read it recently in the book 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, and it talks about like the problem is never external. Like the problem is always within you. It's always the way you're perceiving stuff or your attitude towards whatever the thing you're dealing with. It always starts with you, and it comes back to like taking full responsibility of everything in your life. Like whether that be you get a flat tire, you're still the one who got the flat tire. Whether that be whatever it is, the problem is always you. So you are always the problem, but you are always the solution as well. And I heard another guy say one time that like the answer is always within you, and I do believe that as well too. Like to become who you want to be, you first need to like trust yourself. I think that's definitely something I've struggled and I'm still working on it, is like trusting yourself. Like you can't always second guess your actions. It's following your conscience, so doing what you think is right, and then trusting yourself and your decisions. And I think I got a little off track there, but if you can't trust yourself, you can't have confidence in your actions, and then you're gonna feel like life is happening to you. So you're gonna be in a state of reacting to life versus if you understand I'm in control of my own attitude and my thoughts, which is pretty much, I mean, you control your actions too, but you can't always control what happens to you, but you can always control your mindset. So when you understand that, you're then able, dude, I swear I can't even think right now. I swear, like, all the time I spend freaking rotting on Instagram, looking at all this dumb shit. It fries your brain a little bit. And now I feel like half the videos I see on Instagram aren't even real. It's like they're AI. And I'm just trying to think clearly. Like I just freaking normally when I go to bed, I freaking let a podcast run. Lately I've been doom scrolling right until I go to bed, and it's just so bad, man. Like I think that's part of the reason why. I mean, I feel like at times I can't think clearly, or it's like like my mind's in a billion other places. Is like all that shit that you're like backing up in your head from Instagram and TikTok and whatever. Like I'm really, from this point on, I'm focusing on like clarity at times of the day, like especially when you go to bed. I think it's important. Like sometimes I let podcasts run. I like podcasts with like I like hearing veterans specifically kind of talk about their experiences in different like combat zones. But it's like I'll fall asleep listening to that stuff, and sometimes it'll give me nightmares. But most of the times I don't dream. But yeah, so lately I've been going to bed listening to podcasts, and I feel like even now it's like a time where my brain is supposed to decompress. I'm still flooding it with just like random stuff, so like your brain becomes all jumbled and you can't think clearly. So that's probably some advice for some people out there, is like it's an addiction, like the Instagram reels and all that. It can be an addiction. But let me get back to what I was talking to about how you are always a problem and you are the solution. So consciousness, you know, like you know what's right, you know what's wrong, and what's right is God. So God is our conscious that tells us what's right. um it, he helps us, guide us to do the right thing. And I'm gonna go off kind of a tangent here, but there's a difference between like doing what's right but then over pleasing people, or also like I mean, this kind of ties back into being unsure of yourself. So when you're unsure of yourself, you're gonna act, you know, you're gonna kind of be walking on eggshells, right? Like your confidence is gonna be kind of suppressed because you're overweighing other people's judgment. You're putting other people's judgment above your own. So you're constantly thinking like, this person might know what's right more than me, or this person might that. So then you're like, everything you do, this is my experience, I'm not speaking about you guys, but like everything you do is like you're second guessing. So you're not acting and reacting fluidly because you're second guessing what you're about to do. This is my own experience. So, and this might be from like past experience. Like personally, I had like issues with relationships, like friendship, romantic relationship, friendships and romantic relationships in high school. So like for me, it's funny, it's like a therapy session. Except I don't take therapy right now. I should take therapy. But so for me, it's like because of these prior relationships, you know, friendship, romantic, it's like I think I hold on to this feeling of like, because of your track record, that what you're gonna do now will cause not the response you want. And this is a big problem. This is a big problem because when you have that mindset or that attitude, all you're doing is giving the outside world and other people power over you. Compared to the mindset, like say somebody who didn't have that past, say relationships were great, you know, friendships were great, abundant, this, like they trust their own decisions, right? They're trusting in what they're doing, how they're acting, they're not second guessing. But a person who has dealt with the other end of the spectrum there is like constantly being like, oh, because of this in the past, because this happened in the past, I need to make sure I'm saying the right thing and this and that. And it just it weighs down on you, but it also like builds up. So you build that up, and like any habit, it's going to become the habit. It's going to become the way that you act, the way that you move around the world. You're probably going to be overly pleasing. There's another word for it, but you're probably going to be like overly aware of how you're acting in this, and you're not just letting yourself be. So I'm going to work through this because I don't even know the correct answer. Look, I'm doing it in real time. How do you fix this? So if I were to sit down and think, how would I fix this? Okay, so first it would be what I was describing before, of like clearing your mind. So trying to get a super clear mind. So like maybe don't watch reels for a little bit, lay down in your bed. Maybe the lights are off and you're just laying down and you're just analyzing your thoughts, and you're thinking about your thoughts. And at least me, I'm a pretty neurotic person, so like a lot of my thoughts are negative. But like, so you're analyzing your thoughts, you're thinking about your thoughts, and then from there, how would I fix this? So I think the first step is trying to understand who you are. And that's easier said than done, man. But like understanding who you are. So I can really only speak from my own experience. So I definitely deal with that. So I deal with the just, I guess I hate to admit it, but it's almost like this anxiety around my actions and me perceiving people, but it's not like it's not actually fear of the other person, because like I'm not like worried about a physical confrontation per se, but it's definitely like worry of an emotional injury. And it's almost like you feel like that's kept you down for so long, like try to do whatever you can to not sustain another one. So I guess just try to really know yourself well. And I'm gonna go off on another tangent here, because I mean I don't know how this works. I'm just freaking word vomiting to you guys right now. But like also like, and like a lot of people might not deal with this, but something I deal with is like it's like a weird form of regret. It's because I feel like I'm so blessed and gifted, and like I don't know, I feel like I'm a good looking guy, I'm fit, grew up in a nice home, like all this. I almost feel like when I see someone who maybe I like who doesn't have these things, I almost feel like I'm being like an asshole by just existing. It's kind of weird, right? And I'm a pretty empathetic person, so I always like to like not come off as an asshole or a douchebag to people. But like, so what that does for me at least is that then like it suppresses me even more, where now like just not upsetting the person isn't enough. I need to make sure they like, oh, this is so weird, but they don't get offended by me. But it's like I'm not even doing anything, I'm just like existing. So it's just weird that I feel that way. But I guess this is a therapy session with myself. But yeah, I doubt anybody's watching this. If anyone made it this far, that's wild. But yeah, I guess I'll just tell you a little bit more about me. I'm freaking 25. I didn't go to college. I work as a personal trainer into fitness. I'm training for an Ironman in August. I ran a marathon last August. Ran it, not to toot my own horn or nothing, but in under 3 hours. So that was a huge accomplishment. But something was just telling me like I should make a YouTube video. And I don't know how many people are going to view this or if you guys are going to get anything out of this, but just mental clarity, knowing yourself, remembering you're the problem, but you're the solution. Remembering that follow your conscience, what you know is good, but don't feel like you need to please people or come off as this. And I think that also comes from like when you feel you need to please people, it's because you're also you feel you need to please people is because it's like an anxiety or insecurity around. It's like honestly a phenomenon, the whole like people pleasing thing in this day and age. But I guess it's like you would probably be offended by someone that you feel the need to please somebody because you probably would be offended by somebody who might act a little careless or kind of just like doing their own thing, kind of mindless, walking around like not worried about hurting people's feelings. You're probably feeling the need to please because you're worried about like shit hurts your feelings kind of easy. So that's definitely a take I believe. So I guess it's also like just not letting the world get to you, you know, like trying to please God and not the world is a really good thing, you know, because once you don't live for the world, you don't try to please the world, nothing in the world has power over you. You know, you are like nothing. Like it's all essentially noise and images and feelings. Like it doesn't truly, you can decide how you want to respond to the noise, the images, the feelings of the external reality. But just to go inward and please Lord Jesus and his Father and your Father. And yeah, hope you guys like this video. I'm literally about to upload this and then get back to laying down in bed, no phone, no nothing, and just trying to clear my mind about all the stuff I'm thinking about, and just trying to be as authentic as I can be, and follow your conscience, but don't be too like remember also, like, when you're trying to please the world, like trying to please people, you're also still pleasing the world. Like, if you truly put Jesus first, you truly put God first, all you're trying to please is him. You're not worried too much about the world. That does mean to be kind to your neighbor in this, but like kindness is a lot different. There's kindness, and then there's being overly nice. So, try to be kind, but don't give all your power away and make your kindness mean nothing by being overly nice. And I'm working on this too, guys. Like, this is a work in progress, but you guys have a good night. Signing off.